Hey, it is Andy with the Fence Post Indie Music and Vinyl blog. In just under 3 months, Morrissey's debut solo LP, Viva Hate, will turn 35. Today, I am going to look at the second single from that LP, Every Day is Like Sunday. I have here a promotional 7-inch single for the song. It features the same song on both sides, and, well, nothing else. But it does come in this cool sleeve, which features the same Morrissey image, once again, on both sides. Par for the course, I guess. I found this 7-inch in about 2016 or 2017 while crate digging at the local record store that I would frequent back when I lived in Washington. Back then, the owner of the shop would give me a call when he brought in a big haul, and this came from one of those times. I would go in and spend hours digging through an insurmountable amount of crap, and every so often come away with a little gem. One being Every Day is Like Sunday. I don't recall what all I came home with in this particular time, but there were a few items. This, though, was probably my best from that particular haul, and it became mine for just $1.50. As of today, which is January 2023, it'll run you between $20 and $50 based on the 3 copies currently listed on Discogs. While admittedly cool, don't spring for this particular 7-inch. If you want a copy, go and pick up the maxi single. It'll cost you the same amount, and it'll get you 3 additional songs. As I mentioned, Every Day is Like Sunday is off of Morrissey's debut solo release, Viva Hate, from March of 1988. The song got all the way to number 9 in the UK charts, and thus enjoyed a fair amount of critical success. In fact, it remains among Morrissey's most successful songs in his solo career, which continues today, 35 years later. The song was co-written by Stephen Street, who had worked with Morrissey on his debut solo single, Suede Head, also off of Viva Hate. Street also played bass on the song. Of course, Street and Morrissey had worked together long before, as Street had done a lot of stuff for the Smiths. About the song, I'll pull a snippet from Wikipedia, and an aside, you'll find a link to that in the description. And I quote, "The song's lyrics, which commemorate the dreariness of a seaside town in the off-season, were reportedly inspired by the mid-Welsh coastal town of Borth, as well as Neville Shoots on the Beach, a novel about a group of people waiting for nuclear devastation in Melbourne, Australia." End quote. So very Morrissey, am I right? Take the opening lyrics, and I quote, "Trudging slowly over wet sand, back to the bench where your clothes were stolen. This is the coastal town that they forgot to close down." End quote. You can see parallels to the quote I read, and Morrissey is quoted as saying the following about the song. Quote, once again, "The British holiday resort is just like a symbol of Britain's absurdity, really. The idea of a resort in Britain doesn't seem natural." End quote. That is obvious in the chorus. Every day is like Sunday, every day is silent and gray. Interestingly enough, Street's bass performance draws notable influence, and this is something that he has admitted and whatnot, from Echo and the Bunnymen. And it was something that he incorporated directly into the songwriting process between himself and Morrissey. The song was pulled as a single and released in May of that year, following the first single from this LP, Suede Head. While not included on this 7-inch, the original B-sides followed other singles of the day, with A featuring the song itself, Every Day is Like Sunday, and B including 2 to 3 songs, something you see on most 12-inch singles by the Smiths, to be honest. The 3 songs they included were Disappointed, We'll Never Marry, and Sister, I'm a Poet. All were written and recorded after the original Viva Hate sessions, and they can kind of be seen as a progression from that album to what came after for Morrissey. In addition to being released as a single, The song was also given a music video directed by Tim Broad, in which Morrissey himself appears a few different times in a few different characters. He's a cyclist, something I fully relate to, a shop assistant, and a customer at a cafe, another thing I'm quite familiar with. When it comes down to it, Every Day is Like Sunday is also one of my favorite songs by the, well, frankly, often controversial ex-frontman of the Smiths. So, love him, hate him, he could sure craft a great song. And you'll find I'm not alone in my belief that this single remains among his best, and Morrissey himself is truly a great songwriter and performer. What is your favorite song by Morrissey? How about the Smiths? Any favorites out there? Let me know down in the comments, and if I have that single, maybe I'll cover it next. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you next time.